our next guest. Trennert's usually safe. Our next guest says he's still very bullish on value stocks. It's very hard to be bearish right now given the Fed's monetary policy. Joining us now, Jason Trennert, Chairman and CEO of Strategas Research Partners, a Baird company. So in the entire world of things to think about, Jason, is the Fed one of your one of the primary things that dictate what you're trying to do in the markets?
Joe, I would say, unfortunately, it's just about the only thing that it's certainly number one and number two, and maybe number three would be the Biden administration's budget later this year. But listen, M2 is up 30% over the past year, and the Fed's balance sheet is up 90%. And so it's playing a very big role in the pricing of risk assets. There's no two ways about it. And so it's there's no sense in fighting it. By the same token, if you are trying to find value, it's not so easy to do because there's a lot of meddling on the part of both fiscal and monetary policy in the system.
Okay, so what's the relative importance of fiscal versus monetary policy right now? Would you say monetary policy is much more important than fiscal at this point? And then I'm going to drill down on that because I don't know how many people would want to tie Manchin and his latest vote, his latest comments, his latest editorial about the national voting rights bill and what that means for Biden's plans writ large in terms of fiscal policy. But someone like you, who probably isn't thrilled with some of these proposals, do you become more bullish given that it may be a harder trek now for some of these things? Or do you think they definitely do reconciliation now and they're going to do whatever they want?
Listen, Joe, so a lot of questions here. I mean, I would say, listen, I would rather see this be a bipartisan bill. I think a bipartisan bill would mean somewhat less spending, but it also would mean somewhat less taxes. And so I think that's good. And I don't think we quite know, obviously, what the economy is going to look like on the other side of this because we are providing liquidity. The last bill that we passed in March, it seems like an eon ago, is about 9% of GDP. It was $1.9 trillion. The Trump tax cuts were about $750 billion over 10 years. So this is we're in a kind of an outer stratosphere type of approach in terms of, again, experimenting with fiscal and monetary policy. And it's hard to know what the economy looks like when you remove that experimentation, when you remove that support.
How about the global tax? And, are you allowed to say globalists now? I hear globalists. You can't say globalists. Let's say people that have a global perspective. They're tripping over themselves. This is the greatest thing in the world. We had Muhammad on earlier. Oh, this is going to be, this is beautiful. That will finally, get coordinated with the rest of the, maybe we can adopt all of Europe's social policies too, and we can all be one big happy world. Jason, do you think this is ever going to happen? Are you excited about this latest proposal?
I'm not excited about it at all because I think it ignores, kind of one big moving part in democracies, which is like the people of these countries. And I happened to see Secretary Yellen over the weekend. She said, this will stop competition of a race to the bottom in tax policies. And from my perspective, I just have a different worldview. I like competition. I think competition breeds success. It breeds productivity. It breeds innovation. And so this has an air about it of like we have no control really of we don't have as much control as we want. So we're just going to make the rules in our favor so that central planners get to make more rules for the economy. And if you have my point of view, you tend to like free markets making those capital allocation decisions. You tend to think that they're better over time. They're not always perfect, of course, but they're better than having small groups of people, especially unelected people, make these decisions for the rest of us. And I'm a little surprised, candidly, because I feel very strongly that there's so very much a populist streak in global politics, and I'm not so sure this is going to be so easy to pass. It's easy to get a group of people to have a summit in some fancy place in Europe to discuss this, but then selling it to your individual constituencies may not be so easy.
Okay, Jason. This is just another thing to throw in the mix.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.